North American Jet players, they're just eating something else. Maybe that Captain Crunch has got a little bit of, I don't know what they're at in there, but these Jet players, they definitely know how to cook up, and we're experiencing our very own Tens and Fox battle here right before our eyes. It's close.
Captain Crunch, by the way. Shout out to Captain Crunch, right? Talk about good cereal. Captain Crunch is towards the top. I'm not going to get into a full debate on which one's the best. We don't have time for that dissertation, although I am prepared to debate this. Shout out to Captain Crunch, and shout out to Fox. Once again, getting the best of 10s. Neither of them on Jet this time, but the results remain to be the same. Brando gets relics as well, and that's already 2 down on the side of Cloud9, a 5v3 for Echo 8.
Yeah, they have control of this A site, but unfortunately, the spike is nowhere near the A site. It might actually be Mitch that has to now start to push it forward. Shinobi, you say he does the dirty work, has to clean up too with the mop, but fortunately for the side of Echo 8, they will be able to defend that push. And now Mitch, on his lonesome, had a lot of utility spent here, or sorry, spent a lot of credits for some of that utility, and now looking at least to get a little bit more credits for his team, likely going to get that spike planted, just clearing out his angles. 1v3, going to be tough, as now Echo 8 feel like something's cooking, and actually going to use the wall here to cover the left side, and slow orb to cover the right. Jump peek, no one's there, and now will Mitch be able to delay for long enough? It's going to be Fox running in through the fish market. The rest of the team going to be pushing in from spawn. What does this happen? The jump shot, it's going to be good, but not able to seal the deal, and the shot will send Mitch back to the grave from Fox, and he said it best. There's no Jet this map. However, let's talk about what we do have. No Viper for 10s. He's playing Reyna. And still, Reyna can be a very selfish playmaker, very similar to Jet. If you can get that Empress cooking, you can go invisible. You can do all sorts of things that scare your opponent, scare the living daylights out of your opponent. On the opposite side, you also have a not as selfish, but still can be quite selfish. It's the Phoenix for Fox. So the battle of the flashes, for both the top fraggers here. Let's see how the battle unfolds.
And I think it's important to call out that Reyna, especially in light of how snowbally, in my opinion, this map, like, not only is it sense snowbally, but then you play a character knowing that you're one of the best fraggers in the world. Play a character that's designed to do that, and that just makes things so much worse. Tig, however, with the judge, waiting to hand out a couple of sentences, but no. Oh, he dropped out the smoke just a bit too early. He had people there. He's going to get a shot, and he's not going to make it work as Vice gets the best of Tig. Jamie's is trying to back him off, too, as Tens takes care of Fox. Those two guys go toe-to-toe every single time, and at least on this map, the series is 1-1.
Okay, so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to get everyone, I'm trying to get the lay of the land. Okay, yeah, Sage, blah, blah, blah. And then I look at Tig, and I'm like, Tig on Jet? Tig on Jet? What is happening in this lineup? Fox, of course, he's the, does look like and feel like that he plays Jet, but Tig really showing us a new look. Now we'll see how the attack, they get the spike down. The defense, unfortunately, not able to really keep things cooking. Mitch, those jump shots they've worked before are not going to work against Jammies. And while the first round going over towards Echo 8, it's the defense on the pistol that are able. What? Yo, Jammies and Tens, the ace. Doesn't have enough time to get the defuse, unfortunately, but Jammies, wow.
And look, as flashy as that was, let's keep it in context. It's not like Cloud9 lost money there. They didn't have anything to spend to begin with, because they had lost the first round. But damn, Jammies with the Bulldog showing up and showing out with the clean ace. Taylor, I believe that's another, was that $10 out of you? I don't remember. We'll hold you to it, but that was another ace that's going into the pool. And I think more importantly, Simo, you've mentioned this a couple times, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about. You win round 1, mathematically speaking, you should win round 2. Yeah. That friend was just broken.
Yeah, especially for a team like Cloud9, they were coming guns blazing with really not many guns to be blazing. So they were able to come out on top there, and now they will have serious gunplay. And on the opposite side, the defense not really happy about the position. 10's going to swing. Gonna find 2. Business as usual for him, and Relics will follow suit. It's just pandemonium across the board. It's a flawless round, and only Mitch ends up injured, but hopefully some Canadian healthcare can bring him back up to full.
All right, let's take a look at dollars here. Thank you, observers. Take eye here. So I think this is where we'll learn a lot from these two squads and what we can expect to see from them. Thank you, Dancing Bear. Or excuse me, the rotating camera. Sorry, I was caught looking at the other view. But look, again, this is where we'll learn a lot from these two squads. When you match up good against good on a map like this, there's a whole lot to be learned.
Mitch, in an early duel, jumps to safety, won't get tagged. We see some pretty creative Sova play towards the fish market. You throw the recon bolt in, you spray it with the Odin. Brando, he's playing a little bit more towards the middle. Relics is going to be the first line of contact that he will meet if they end up meeting this round. And towards Catwalk, we do have Tig, who's playing up there. Unfortunately, no angle onto Relics, and still, I think he knows exactly where he is. The pings are starting to come out, and some of the Echo 8 players are pulled off towards the B site. Still, it is Cloud9 playing time and keeping it safe, keeping it interesting. Recon Bolt will be sent flying towards the A site. And so far, nothing has really happened as Fox now, you're going to use that run it back to gather the intel that finally Echo 8 need. Flash around the corner. See someone on the box there. The shot's good onto Tens. Whoa, their transfer from Fox. Where did he come from?
Fox with some huge kills there. Tig and Brando are going to get a couple as well. That's going to leave one left on the side of Cloud9, and it's going to be Vice. Vice with the Cypher. What can you do in a 1v5 with 20 seconds left? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot here. It's just it's a tall order. It's a tough task, and this will likely result in a 2-2 knot here early on Ascent.
Yeah, and for Cloud9, they are just biding their time towards the theoretical and statistical Ascent defensive side. 2 early rounds for them, good things. 2 early rounds for Echo 8, good things. But for Echo 8, they want more than just 2. They want to have the round lead by the end of the half. And so far, it's been back and forth, yes, but still the economy hasn't really faltered to one way or the next. And so for the side of Cloud9, how will they keep things even, considering how Ascent can feel a little bit more defender-sided? But statistically, while that might be the case, it still relies on the playstyle of the team to execute said quote-unquote defender favoredness. So we'll see how Echo 8 prepare. Looks like a 3-stack towards the A site. A lot of resources spent there to really think that it's going to be the A push. But so far, it is just going to be the engagement between Vice and Jammies.
The spike looking to make its way through mid. Right now, it's pretty early on. Look at how aggressive Vice is over on that A site. Doesn't realize, yep, thank you, observers. There's a player right on the other side of the wall. Now they're going to know where he is. He's going to challenge, not able to win that fight as Jammies gets the best of him. The spike still hanging around the middle of the map. There's Tens with the op. That's the Tens we know and love. See if he's thing come from that as you see Relics cheat his way over. Take a look over onto B site. That seems to be where they want to make the play. Brando's starting to rotate over from his to get anything, but he's been smoked out pretty hard.
No.
Doesn't have any line of sight. Brando still trying to work his way in. Oh no, this is oh no, the flash failed. That was the opportunity to get in and it fails. Now the wall comes up and they've been blocked off. Aaron finds his way onto the site. Fox and Aaron are both able to get one. Aaron with the second one as well, and Fox gets the last one to win the round for X.
That was close. That was close. Not going to lie. Echo 8 able to keep that competitive and keep their dream alive. For the side of Cloud9, Vice somehow has 7,400, but the rest of his team falling down in the credits department. Going to need a little bit more of a lifeline for them if they want to move on into some gun rounds. And we'll see how that starts to really unfold. Echo 8. They've got the round lead, some utility ready and prepared towards that B site. Vice just getting a couple more tripwires, getting things set up across the board. So far, so good for the defense. Cloud9, no weapons here. It does look like we are in a pause, maybe a tactical one, maybe a technical one. But weapons, of course, not going to really be favorable for Cloud9 this round.
Yeah, we'll get things figured out and situated here as soon as we can. But again, a very close map early on here on Ascent. as it's 3-2 here. A good performance out of Fox, a great performance out of Jamies. Both of those guys continue to frag out. I like the matching colors here on this Phantom and Omen. You think you coordinated that?
Listen, when you give someone the ability to match the colorway, they're gonna find the best Jordans that fit the foot. So, definitely like to see that. Unfortunately, with a lot of dragons laying around, it's really hard to match your outfit.
You match with a dragon. Matching with a dragon is tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There's not much you can do unless you throw on some wings. I don't even know what else you could do. Add some flame somewhere, some Hot Wheels flame. But even then, that would probably be a trademark issue for Riot.
Either way, we're back into the gameplay. Again, a 3-2 lead, a narrow lead, but a lead nonetheless in favor of Echo 8 up against Cloud9 here in the second map. It's best of 3. The first one was very, very close, but Cloud9 managed to come out victorious regardless. And now they're looking to put this thing away here on Ascent on their map choice in this series. Echo 8 has had one heck of a story to get here. They managed to 2-0 Immortals before to punch their ticket to a date with Cloud9, and they've played the role of bracket spoiler so far, and it doesn't look like they're done by any means as Tig takes care of Shinobi to open off the round.
Oh, that'll be the switch off of frags, though, as Mitch continuing that push forward, and he'll take out Aaron. Spike, of course, going down, and now for Cloud9, they've got to wait and open their arms for the defense that are ready to come through. Fox trying to hop onto that wall. Not really going to work out for him. And now we are seeing the Empress pop, so that's going to be very difficult. Tens now having to deal with these members coming in, but I don't even know if they really want to, but they find Tens, a great open frag. Fox with 2, looking for the third. It is pandemonium on the site, and the attack will fall 1 frag at a time. 3 remain for the side of Echo 8. Almost a great hold from the attack, but the defense just way too strong. And really, Fox led that. 9-3-1. Has only really been a part of 1 assist, but still, not to discredit his kills whatsoever. He's done a great job so far and continued the performance that he's lived up to on Haven.
Yeah, a couple slow starts, at least on the side of Cloud9, Relics, Vice, even Shinobi a little bit behind here, as they haven't been able to get the snowball going as much as I expected, as much as I would have liked to have seen here. But there's still a lot to be, there's still a lot to be played. There's still a lot to be decided as we start. And Tig once again with the op here. Last time it was Fox, now it's Tig, who's had a couple of really nice opening frags. He also has a Bladestorm in his back pocket, so keep an eye on that. Oh, Mitch! Jumping out of behind the corner to win that op battle as he gets the best of Tig. Aaron trying to wallbang a little bit as Fox gets the best of Vice. And take a look at the mini-map, folks. Spike hanging out across the middle, starting to make its way over onto A, and it looks like that's where the play is going to be. Relics takes care of Fox as the onslaught continues. Jammy's one of the lines of defense. He's going to choose not to shoot out the blind as the Hunter's Fury comes out as well. Shinobi checking heaven to see if he spots anything. The spike is going to go down. There's another Hunter's Fury. Brando getting one, at least tagging him up. Not able. He does get the kill onto Shinobi. A little Sova versus Sova. Brando wins.
Now moving on to the actual play here. It is Relics that moves all the way towards that B site, getting that spike planted. Tens just dealing with the 2 defensive linemen that are here. They will now start to walk away ever so slowly, and Tens could just open the door and walk on out. But Relics, he's all on his lonesome, and Tens now has to deal. They'll start to chase him, but they'll have to meet each other in the middle. Tens now going to use that blind, and unfortunately, that's going to be the runaway from Aaron, and they're still chasing each other side by side. Looking at a track and field match now instead of Valorant. Aaron using that one-way cage, looking in behind the back sight of B. They'll swing together. Aaron will find a tag on to one member, but it's Relics. Really, really close there. 10, sorry, not Aaron finding the tag. And keeping it close. Cloud9, 3-4. That was very interesting, but I like the play there from Relics. If you notice, the teleport quickly over to B when things really started to fall apart on the A site. And that actually netted them the win. They were able to get into the post plant, and then the defense scared, alone, afraid, having to push in, and it just was not meant to be.
No, a difficult situation much like how Relics played that, grabbed the spike, got the heck out of dodge, made his way over onto B for the plant. A little bit of okie doking, if you will, but take a look at the guns right now. It looked like an op apiece on both sides. Again, an early push over onto B, see if they can make their way onto that site. Shinobi leading with with whatever information he could get. And for now, pretty slow, pretty decisive, or sorry, indecisive, excuse me, move from Cloud9. Yikes.
Yeah, early pick from Tig onto Vice. That may open up things for the defense, at least feel a little bit more comfortable knowing they can sleep at night with one less member of the offense trying to hunt them down. Still, Cloud9 flirting with the idea towards the B site. So far, it's just the angle hold to see if anyone pushes in through the fruit market, but still, it is just Brando holding on there. And now Cloud9 getting ever so closely towards the middle. The setup giving us a lot of information. Fox, we've seen how detrimental he can be to the Cloud9 lineup, but the run it back will not actually bode well for him. Mitch going to swing there with the op. It's a quick trade of kills, though, as Relics funnels in through the middle. Aaron, though, will find tens somehow. I think he was pushing in on the opposite side towards B, but will be punished for that aggression. One frag after another. Somehow, Echo 8 just hold onto this round, and Mitch tries to get fancy with it. Those hops will be greeted with a shot to the dome from Tig. Echo 8 now having the 2-round lead, and it's Cloud9 down to the soft buy or the eco.
Tig was super, right? Like that certainly is going to help things. Fox at 10-4. Once again, highlighting his name. Jamie's at 9-3 as well. And folks, if I don't know if you can hear this coming through my mic, I apologize if you can. There's actually like a tornado warning right where I live right now. So there's some pretty loud thunder. If you guys can hear that on the microphone, I apologize. But what we can hear, what we do know, is that Echo 8 finds himself up 2 rounds here on this map, which is, I think, a surprise to everyone involved, myself certainly included. Shinobi has 100 Fury in his back pocket, so we'll see if he opts to use it here, when he opts to use it. There's also the res and the Tig. Once again, look, last time it was Fox with the opening snipes. This time it's Tig, and it seems like it's just next man up with these guys.
Yeah, Jammies as well will find one. Cloud9 really struggling to break through to a site, regardless of weaponry or not. But if we recall, Cloud9 not really in the most, not really in the greatest economy situation for them. Fox on the opposite side. Little does he know it's Relics, and they hear that shot. The swing from Relics will not bode well. They somehow use a res on an eco, and I'm very confused why, as the Hunter's Fury now going to start to come in from Shinobi. I think he tags a teammate by accident there, but now they'll funnel in one at a time in towards the A side, and I start to wonder, why use the res on the eco? Yes, they find a kill onto Fox. That's good, but that's just 2 frags on the round so far. Shot's good from Jammies, and that's Shinobi. That'll be the last to fall. Really questionable ultimate there from Mitch. However, still around on the board here for Echo 8. 3 more remain in the half, Doug. It's looking like Echo 8 are slowly starting to inch forward a lead.
Yeah, and again, a surprise, right? And this might be with the side difference, right? Them being, or excuse me, Cloud9 being on T is obviously very difficult. And they just haven't been able. We're here at 6-3 in favor of Echo 8. I don't think that would have been what anybody predicted going into this map, but that's where they're at, and it's working. And now there are actually 2 ops on the side of Echo 8, and still, surprisingly enough, Fox is not using any of them. It's Tig and it's Jamie's this time. Rocking out Tig once again with the opening frag. He gets the best of Vice, and you wonder when are they gonna adjust? Well, that's an adjustment. That's gonna help Mitch taking care of Tig with an op of his own.
Oh, Aaron, nice. Finds Relics by the fruit stand in the market. And now the Lear means Aaron needs to play a little bit close up above. It's 10s from above. That'll take out Aaron. Still down to Jammies. Shot's good onto 10s, and now down to the 1v1. So didn't think we'd get to this point. Jammies trying to cover his flank from the defender spawn, and it's Mitch who's got an operator. It's actually operator versus operator here. But Mitch manages to sneak by and will likely have complete control of Bravo here. So, oh, I like this play, but Jammies, just the timing there, pulls back into the defender spawn. They don't even actually greet each other. But Mitch, those sneaky steps are quite loud. And now the wall comes out, but Jammies just on the other side, but a big boost. And down below, it's a quick shot from Mitch. A great round for Cloud9 to keep things alive and to keep their contention in this half. Of course, Ascent, still not sure if it's defender or attacker sided. Stats say defense, but attack sometimes has a great time. So far, Cloud9, they're keeping it within 2.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Cloud9 is having the greatest of times right now. It's just crazy to think that at best, they're going to go into half knotted up. Not what I would have expected out of Cloud9. And look, kudos to Echo 8 for how well they've played this map, right? They are certainly holding their own, but it's not over yet. At least for the time being. Again, the drone going in through mid manages to trip a wire. That sucks. As the Owl drone is going to be used in exchange on the other side as well. The spike just very passively sitting, not making a move onto the middle of the map quite yet. But yeah, again, a pretty, not passive, but just a wait and see type start out of Cloud9.
Yeah, the feelers are quite important. You don't want to make anything, you don't want to make any overzealous moves. You know what I mean? Quick update on the opposite side of the bracket. 13-6 from Gen G, something we expect a little bit more out of them in terms of performance. Charlotte Phoenix, unfortunately, will fall out of contention, and Gen G await the winner of the best of 3 here. Cloud9, of course, want to be the ones that want the rematch from the Pulse Invitational. Want to see if they can take their hand at fighting against Gen G once again. But at the round in hand, Fox going to take out Shinobi. Fox just dueling things out on the A side. He'll get 2, but still, it's Jammy's now going to get behind enemy lines. Vice is like, what the hell is going on? And it's a quick spray down to the 4v2 now. Relic's going to find one. Still one more up there in heaven. Spike gets to go down, and they need to act on it now. Mitch with a great wall opening things up. But a great crossfire setup from Echo 8 will give us the 7-4 score line.
Seen the Reyna do as much as we would have liked here. At 9 and 5, she hasn't really been able to get online. Shinobi and Vice haven't been able to get much going either. A tough performance out of both of them, but more so out of Vice. Doesn't even have an assist to his name. And again, look, the T side is hard. I get it. But Simo, I think you're absolutely right. There are a couple of instances in which we see the T side pop off.
Yeah.
And that just hasn't been the case here.
We'll see if Echo 8 will have better odds there on the attacker side. So far, they've kept this quite close. Cloud9 still trying to contend and push forward. Tig misses the op shot. Second one will connect, but the tailwind puts him in a spot that is less desirable for his team. Now just down to 3 for Cloud9. Here comes the Empress, though. Ten's really looking to make this push forward work. That's going to be the Lear, but has to deal with 2 from both sides, and Aaron will dismantle the opposition quite handily. It's the ultimate there from the Omen player. Now it's just down to Relics, and that's as simple as it can be. 8-4 the scoreline.
Yeah, it wasn't down to Relics for very long. And look, so Simo, tell me this.
Yes.
You're Cloud9. You're
Yes.
down 8-4 at half.
Yes.
What do you change?
What do you change? What do you change? What do you change? Well, quite honestly, wait, who's on attack now? We've got, that's right, that is Cloud9 now on defense and Echo 8 on attack. You know what? I think you use the buffer that you've got. Maybe if you don't win the pistol, you try to get some feelers out to how Echo 8 play on Ascent. I've seen time and time again teams that just only hit A, very rarely hitting B. So you need to find out what is the conditioning that Echo 8 are trying to build up, you know? And see if you can predict that. Cloud9, their reads on Haven were bad. Not going to lie. Their reads on Haven were bad. They were putting 3 towards C when Echo 8 was going A. They were putting 4 towards A when Echo 8 was going C. Their reads were not great. However, take these early rounds that you can, I mean, you can't really afford to give them up considering how close Echo 8 is to closing this out. But try to use some of the early rounds to get those feelers out and figure out where are the attack playing. And to be honest, Doug, the last and final point, you only do that by having mid control. It's the biggest key here for Cloud9.
We'll see if they can establish it. I know on the T side, they had a hard time. We'll see if it's a different story here when they're on the opposite side of things. And if you're Echo 8, you wonder how you want to play this. Echo 8 looks like they want to play it over onto B. Shinobi's able to get one, and Tens gets one as well. He's going to heal himself up and continue to push forward as the spike goes down onto that B site, and it's going to be a difficult retake. But if you're Tens, nothing is a bit too difficult for you. He's going to get the heck out of dodge. Relics gets another kill to trade it up. That's going to be it for Echo 8. Cloud9 striking first in the second half.
It's an important pistol for them to win. Let's be frank here. They could put this up to 8-6, be within 2. And then for the side of Echo 8, how difficult is it to keep up, up against a team like Cloud9? And so they'll win the first round. For them, very, very important. We'll see how they end up buying here. The Stingers tell me that they are going to try to keep it close. Spectre is... Oh, sorry, that's the attack that is forcing up. So that is very, very crucial. They want to try to close this out as soon as possible. And so the force up tells us they're going to get involved. They're going to get active. And that's not something that I think we're going to expect, or at least Cloud9 is going to expect, as they are expecting pistols to come out here from the side of Echo 8.
I like that, right? I love the gamble. I love the potential that comes out of this. And it shows a little gusto, right? It shows a little swagger, given who you're playing against, as they want to go and they want to go fast onto that A site. Tens with the Marshall isn't even going to get a chance to fire it, as Vice takes care of Tig and Fox takes care of Tens. Brando has the guns that you talked about, Simo. Looks like they're going to be able to get the spike onto the site. Shinobi with the Ares is able to mow down one, and Mitch gets a 2-piece of his own. That's going to leave one left on the side of Echo 8, and that's Jamie's. Jamie's, we've called his name many a time before, with some nutty highlight plays, but isn't going to have it in the tank this time around. Mitch with the 3-piece. The spike is going to be defused. Cloud9's going to win another round.
So that is a round that we expect them to win, of course, statistically speaking. But the difference being here is that Echo 8 invested into this round to win it. Yes, they were able to take 3, but now Echo 8, they will really not have the economy to buy anything. So let's see if they force up again. If they force up again, that is going to be one. Okay, so oh my God. Okay, Echo 8, come on. Let's be real here. Just get the pistols. You've got this huge round buffer that you can work with, but I feel like you should, I understand the gusto. They were trying to force up. They were trying to take it to Cloud9, but you're bleeding more rounds than I think you should have, because this is potentially another one here for Cloud9.
Yeah, Gusto's cool the first time, but look, you roll the die this time, and the win is not worth the potential for a loss here, in my opinion. Tens with the Guardian gets one. Tig with the nice flank on the shorty, gets one, but isn't able to do much else as Vice and Tens clean up the rest of the round. Boy, oh boy, that round was probably the fastest we've had all tournament. Cloud9 making a statement.
Yeah, sometimes on the pistol, regardless of defense or attack, your goal is not to separate and send feelers out. Your goal is to just Zerg rush. You're pushing forward. You're trying to find something. You take, and they were able to find something. It was Tig that got back a sight. The shorty was in his hands, and he gave the business over to somebody. I don't recall who that frag was onto, but still, nevertheless, now they will have weaponry online. Let's see how they end up dealing with this Cloud9 defense. When we talked about mid control, guess who's there? It's Tens peeking in with the Guardian. Let's see if those one taps come to fruition. An early shot comes in from Jammies, but unfortunately for him, Tens doesn't even bother to pre-fire, does not want to give up his position. But now they'll actually start to come in potentially through that gateway, and Tens will be there. He's waiting. Let's see how this peak goes out.
Oh boy, if only they knew, if only Fox knew what was potentially waiting for him on the other side. And he's going to find out now as Brando uses the drone. That was perfect use of the drone. Tig gets the best of Tens. With the positioning that he's in right now, it looks like they're going to be able to move up and over onto A via catwalk, which is exactly what Echo 8 need here. The run it back is going to be used. See if Fox is able to get anything. No, he flashes. He's able to get up close and personal, but not able to get any frags to go out with it. Relic's there waiting as he, with none the wiser, the entire team runs by him in the clouds. He's able to get one and get a second one as well. The door unfortunately closes, gets shot out. James gets the spike down.
So, we are now in a good old-fashioned cowboy standoff. The 3v3, and finally Echo 8 gets something for their troubles. They'll get the spike down, but really, for how much longer? The defense is starting to triangulate onto their position, and they're looking for an opportunity to get the job done. Shinobi comes the recon bolt to make things that much more difficult as he now starts to swing, has to get the spray, and it's good. It's a great transfer. Relics will find that third, just down to one final player. It's Mitch, sending jammies to the quick dirt nap off to the wayside. And now Cloud9 will tie us up 8-8, 4 rounds in a row. And now my eyes are starting to open. The defense, it's heavy on Ascent.
Yeah, it may have been side diff at the end of the day after all. 4 quick rounds coming out of Cloud9, and they're playing a whole lot better too. So you wonder, some of it might be side difference. Some of it might just be that they're just playing better and they're clicking a bit more than they were in that first half. Either way, we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. What we do know is that we're knotted up 8-8, and what we do know is that Mitch has the op this time. Tig's going to use the Blade Storm and try to work his way in. He spotted one, goes up top, and takes out Mitch. Jamies gets one as well. Not nearly from as flashy of a position, but he gets one, and Tig getting a little too aggressive there. Shinobi mowing him down.
Actually, he's going to drop that Odin. Oh, he's actually just going to pull that operator back. Does not really want it to fall into the wrong hands. And I like the play because now he can play from distance. And he can also spray and pray. And hopefully he'll pray that Cloud9 win this round. So far, it's been the quick trade of kills. Shinobi will meet his demise as Relics. The spray transfer is not good enough. And it's looking like Echo 8 finally have a win that they can work with. Vice the last man standing. And he only has a cyber cage. So may look to save the weapon or may look to try to poke his head through. There is, I believe, an operator here, but is now Brando that is moving forward with the Owl Drone. Vice in a great position and does not get spotted by it. So still going to be able to pick up that operator if he plays his cards right. I may just pick it up and run away. Oh, and perfect. He gets covered by the smoke. So he's actually going to decide to push in. And of course it is the 1v2. Sees one back of sight, and it's going to be on the opposite side, a paranoia that'll maybe end his life here. Brando, of course, with the Phantom. Pretty simple stuff. When you're flashed, can't see a whole lot. And Echo 8, they regain their lead.
Yeah, and Vice had a chance there, right? Like, that wasn't totally out of the realms of possible, and we've seen historically Vice pull off plays like that before. But maybe it was the early shots might have been what kind of sealed his fate, as he was unable to pull off that 1v2. And like you said, an important round for Echo 8 here. But if you're Cloud9, fine, that's okay. You're still rocking 2 ops. Tens and Mitch both have it. You've got good guns and Relics and Vice as well, and Shinobi still rocking that Odin. So they're okay, right? Not all is lost. And that is certainly going to help things. Tens getting jammies to open off the round. We haven't been able to say that a ton. But the operator in Tens' hands is, well, that's just a sure thing.
You know, in some of these cases, when you have a tournament like this where the stakes are a little bit more decreased than, say, a T1 x NSG, you know, $50,000 on the line, you may start to feel the pressure and you're going to pick what you're comfortable with. But the Rainer pick here for Tens, you know, I'm starting to wonder if this is a great opportunity in environments like this to test things out. And for Tens, maybe it's not really working out as well as he had hoped, you know? Still not doing a bad job by any means, but it's no Jet, right? So great opportunity. They'll start to swing. The tree room is quite contested as it's just down to 1. It's a firing squad on the opposite side from C9. And look at that. We're tied back up 9-9 for C9.
And look, even to the point you were making earlier around having an opportunity to try stuff, you're also up in the series too, right? So like you can afford to drop a map. Obviously you don't want to, but you can afford to do so if you need to, and still have a chance on map 3. Also, take a look at Jammies. Jammies has picked up where Fox left off on that last map, 21 9-3. He's having a field day, although worth noting, not a lot of money to be had on the side of Echo 8. This should, at least as far as dollars go very heavily in favor of Cloud9.
Tens constantly fighting for control of mid, but has been smoked off of Catwalk, so can't really peek in with the operator as he did in the previous round. But last time he went through pizza, grabbed a quick slice. Oh, yeah, Jammies, you're in trouble now. Oh, see, oh. Tens is like, ooh, which one do I want? There's a Fox!
Oh,
you don't
wow.
get to choose. The jumping classic gets the job done, and now Fox will push forward. That's going to be another frag. They're making this work on the eco. You talked about the weaponry. Well, now Cloud9, they're shaking in their boots.
Yeah, this should not be happening. This should not be working out this way. Fox got his hands on an op, and as we saw in that last map, there are a few things as scary as that. Jammies is going to TP, get onto site, and drop it. We saw a very similar play earlier, and now it's going to be on Cloud9. Do they rotate? Do they try to make a play? I want to say you do, given the gun advantage you should have, but it doesn't seem like they want any of it. They don't want the heat.
And you know, rightfully so. Probably want to keep the weaponry. Looking at their credits, it's not great. They just came off of a 3,000 credit win, and so they'll be dropping down to a 1,900 credit loss. And for some of these players, looking at U10s, you don't really have the weaponry, or sorry, the credits to buy some weaponry, right? So maybe they want to keep some of these weapons, and some of the players that can buy will buy for their team. But that's a great round from Echo 8. Just when you think Cloud9, all right, they're in the driver's seat, foot on the gas pedal. We're in Gear 3, Gear 4. They are able to just swing it back into their favor. Echo 8 now will have some good guns. Their economy is building up, and we're getting close. This is double digits now. This is where rounds are everything. And Cloud9, unfortunately, need to catch up. You can't let Echo 8 slip away. You want to close this one out right now. You want it to be a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, and we saw a very similar situation on the first map. This is about where separation started. We'll see if Cloud9 is able to create separation again, this time on Ascent. Looks like Brando's going to go for the Hunter's Fury, has spotted one, misses the second, misses the third, but it doesn't matter because elsewhere, 2 drop on the side of Cloud9. Shinobi's going to try to mow him down. He's able to get one with the bullets there, grabbing that kill. A very important one. The flash is going to come out, however, and he survives. He doesn't get any kills to boot.
Wow.
Shinobi. However, again, Brando goes down. Tens in Shinobi. Shinobi, that's 3 this round. And it sounds like the ult is going to be coming out. Aaron not able to land the shots.
Wow.
An important round for Cloud9. We're knotted up 10-10.
Listen, I thought we were past this. I thought we saw Sinatra play at the Pulse Invitational. We saw him use the Odin. Okay, great. Those guys in ranked are done. They've had their fill. They've played the Odin. They're back to the Vandals. Now we're seeing Shinobi making the Odin look very, very good. I'm afraid that my rank games are going to start to go and fall in the hands of some very silly LMGs. But he really made it work there. Did not need the recon bolt to scout him out. He just clicked, went down deep in the mag. I think he was down to 24 after he killed those 2 players. He was able to defend the B side on his lonesome, and you're seeing now how Echo 8 are setting up this round. They want nothing to do with that Odin.
No, you've got 2 members over on B, 2 on A, and 1 lurking towards the back if you're Cloud9, and if you're Echo 8, looking like a pretty hard investment over onto A. It's so funny to see both teams just kind of waiting around. Fox has been the first one to go. We saw that curveball out. Tens with the Lear. There's the curveball, but it's not going to matter because the Lear is there to combat it. Fox drops first. Vice with the 2-piece through the wall. Tig is able to trade it back as Relics goes down, but that's going to leave things still pretty heavily in favor of Cloud9. 4-1. 1 man standing. Jammies, we've called you in this situation before, and it's been met with mixed success. This isn't going to go in the win column. Cloud9 puts up another round.
Like you said, this is where things really start to slip away. We do have to recall the statistics that live and breathe on this map, how it can be a little defender-sided. And while Echo 8 had some great rounds that they were able to put on the board, You can't deny the positioning and the play style that just favors a specific side, one or the other. We can't chalk it up to play style in certain instances when the attack have a great time on a map that can be a little defender-sided. You know, I'm specifically looking at some performances in the T1 Showdown where T1 just destroyed TSM and they weren't even able to defend really a whole lot of rounds. I think 10-2 was a half where T1 just won every single round on attack. But we're not obviously at the T1 Showdown. We're at the EsportsDoug EU Charity Clash. And for Cloud9, they're doing a great job of defending against Echo 8, who've tried to chip away some of that armor, but it just hasn't been working out.
Oh, Tig used that Blade Storm off the bat, and now they're just waiting. Whole lot of hurry up and wait. As it looks like so far, Echo 8 hasn't made a decision. Mitch was able to best Fox to open up the round, and again, an important numbers advantage here. If you're Cloud9, as the spike is still kind of hanging out. Back in spawn, it hasn't really gone any which way, as you see him on your minimap creep over out onto A. They were not able to get the Lear shots, at least off the bat, but fortunately managed to get out of there alive anyway.
Echo 8 setting up towards this A side, and usually when a team is on eco, they'll rely on the teammates that have ultimates that do damage, and that Blade Storm is already out of contention. 10's repositions, and you can't keep up. You'll find jammies. That Blade Storm was really, quite honestly, the only ticket in for Echo 8. The Blade Storm, the most accurate weapon in the game. And of course, if you're able to succinctly use all of the slices and dices in one sitting, you will kill someone and then you can reset, and that chain of reaction is just crazy. So not going to be the case. And now moving forward, Echo 8, they've got weapons online, but they could very well be out of the tournament right here, right now.
Yeah, they've got to be feeling a little deja vu, right? This is almost exactly what we saw on the last map. It gets pretty close, and then I don't know if it's Cloud9 just starts trying. I don't know what it is, but they managed to pull away towards the end. And right now, they're one round away from taking care of Echo 8 and sending them home. But let's take a look and see how Echo 8 decide to play this. It's a pretty standard push, but take a look at 10s on your minimap, folks. The Rain at the bottom has worked her way all the way down A-long and is in a perfect position to flank. Just peeks out onto crosswalk, and they're firing all into the back of Echo 8. You hear the Hunter's Fury coming out from Shinobi. 10s is able to get one. He decided to pull the trigger. There he is. Vice gets one as well. There's the Empress that's been used. Fox is able to get one back. That's going to leave three alive, on the side of Echo 8. The spike is going to work its way onto B. It's going to go down. Shinobi just on the other side of the boathouse is going to drop a shock dart. There are 3 on the site right now. Cloud9 has to make a move here. They still have plenty of time, but they're going to have to get these kills, and they're going to have to do so pretty quickly here, as 10s gets one. Yeah, Mitch gets one as well. Relics gets it again, and that's going to be it for Echo 8. Ladies and gentlemen, Gen G Cloud9 Grand Finals.
Oh, boy. Reflections as we are now ready to pull you in. You've been watching from the sidelines. Cloud9, of course, the victor. Reflections, thoughts, how you feeling after that? We, of course, need to take a quick mental break, but you, of course,
man,
how?
You know what? I will say I'm incredibly impressed once again, whether it be on Haven or Ascent. Going into it, we knew Cloud9 was going to be the favorite, but Echo 8 played incredibly well. A lot better than I think most would assume. With that being said, Echo 8 did impress me. Jammy's played out of his mind, 23-14. He was the main catalyst to keep them up and have that lead as much as they did, right? Whenever they were on the defensive side. But when it comes to Ascent, I know, Simo, you've kind of said, the stats are still, on the ropes, if you will, for defense or offense, which one is more dominant. I personally feel on Ascent, the defensive side weighs a lot heavier than the offensive side. But for the team of Echo 8, their defense was impeccable. But on offense, without question, they started to fall behind. They started to struggle, but they still kept this map a lot closer than I thought they would.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Doug said something very interesting at the end there. Did Cloud9 just start trying a little extra harder near the end to close it out? Are they just putting on a good show? There's no way that we can tell. Yeah, we can listen to comms, we can listen to all that, but it just felt like something changed, something switched in some of the Cloud9 play style. They started playing a little bit more together. The frags were just cleaner. The executes were just